Hello. Happy Sunday to you all. I wanted to do this quick video to kind of go over some of the things that I'm currently using in my protocol. Some of you were asking about tinctures. Some you guys were asking about immune boosters and gut health. So we're going to cover some of that today. And let you guys know how I do all of this. So when I first started treating the Lyme, I had a brain MRI done that showed I had like a cyst in the left side of my sinuses. So part of the first thing that my doctor did was he got me on this nasal spray. It is water, glycerin, grapefruit seed extract, and all natural preservatives. So this one is really good in general for just like immune health. In Dr. Horowitz's book, he does talk about the grapefruit extract being a biofilm buster. So I did start with that, thinking that maybe we could break through some of the stuff going on in my sinuses. I don't know how, but this stuff actually started making whatever was going on in my nose at the time very angry. So I stopped using it, and then my doctor put me on this one. So I still keep this because eventually I will be able to start using it again. We found out that inside my nose, the cyst that's there is actually a form of Marcons, if I'm saying it right. It is a multi-antibiotic resistant staph or mold infection in my nose. So eventually that grapefruit spray is going to help, but right now the goal is trying to shrink or reduce the size of the cyst and try to relieve some of the pressure and some of the sinus issues that I have going on the left side. Those of you just tuning in, I am a year into treating my condition. I have neurological late-stage Lyme disease, several co-infections, viral infections, and mold. We are treating both holistically with herbs and supplementation and immune support, and we're also doing antibiotic therapy. So I'll get into those down the road, but I definitely wanted to cover some of the natural stuff. Anyway, this one, Argentinian 23. This is, if I understand correctly, it's like colloidal silver, but better. The way that it absorbs into your body, and it doesn't burn the inside of your nose the way that colloidal silver does. Like, I guess colloidal silver straight up really burns. So this is literally 10 sprays in the nostril. I usually do it in the morning and then at night before I go to bed. I do use extra during the day if I've been out for a really long time in public settings where a lot of people have been because of their germs and contamination. The Argentinian 23 is a really powerful antimicrobial. So it's really good for the immune system, and I've been using it like crazy lately because of the flu and the corona and all the other crap that's going on. So those I use, the Argentinian, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but whatever. This one I use every day, and it's great stuff. I haven't had a brain scan done in a while, so I don't quite know where I'm at in terms of the size of the cyst. And yes, that Coke in the background, that's not mine. Just so y'all know, that's not mine. It's really bad for you. I made a video a few weeks ago and I posted it. I think it was either on here or on my YouTube. And somebody went freaking nuts and they were like, you shouldn't be having that if you have Lyme and that's not Lyme friendly. Look, I am not the only one who lives in this house. And second of all, I am a grown ass woman. I put in my body what I want to. Coke is not one of them. It's really gross. I don't like it. Anyway, moving on. So, gut health. Actually, let me pause this for a second. I want to show you the other thing that I use for those of you that are new. Okay, so you hear me talk about this a lot. This is GI Response by Innate. I don't sell it. My naturopath recommended it, and he has a manufacturer that has it delivered right to his clinic. So this is something that I use in the morning every day, no matter what. It has 5 grams of glutamine per serving. I'm actually going to take these down here. And it has 5 grams of glutamine per serving. Out of all of the things that I put into my mouth when it comes to medicine, this one tastes really, really good. So I was surprised. It's a really small scoop and it's got all of these good, wonderful things in it for your tummy. I can tell you that this specifically is helping to clean out all the sludge that's in my intestines. I've lost, I want to say like 15 pounds just of toxic waste since taking this. And it's literally just a scoop in some water every morning, you guys. I take it and then like first thing in the morning, and about half hour, 45 minutes later, I have my breakfast and start the day. And when I don't take this, I definitely notice a difference. Just feeling overall more sluggish. Digestion issues are more prominent when I'm not taking it. And yeah, so it's really good stuff. I compare it to kind of like warm Jello, like, you know, that comfortable warm Jello-y feeling in your belly when you've had warm Jello, or I don't know, just like something comforting. That to me is what this reminds me of. So really good stuff, especially if you're on antibiotics long term. This is definitely something that I would look into for just overall gut health. And then the other 2 things that I use every day is going to be these guys, the GI Detox full spectrum binder, and then the microbiotic lower GI probiotic by Biogenesis. So I was on, we'll start with the probiotic. So I was on a different probiotic for almost a year. I was on the Garden of Life 50,000 IU. It was Garden of Life 50,000 IU plus mood. It had like ashwagandha in it and all different kinds of stuff that was supposed to help balance my mood and help me to sleep, which it didn't really do, but it does have a lot of other good things in it, like elderberry and things of that nature. And if you have high strep antibodies like I do, the Nature Garden of Life 50,000 50 billion IU with mood is really good because it doesn't have any of the strains for strep that could make you really sick. Something that I learned through this whole process of treating Lyme is that not all probiotics are the same, and some of them you actually have to be really, really careful with. So I thought that they were just like, you know, Acidophilus, Activia, whatever, you eat it, you take it in a pill. No, they're completely different. This one specifically got switched when I had my gallbladder surgery. So my doctor has me on this, and it's supposed to target a lot of the lower GI, the large intestine, and it's more gentle on the upper part of your stomach. So it doesn't cause a massive bile dump, which if you don't have a gallbladder, if you get a massive bile dump, it makes you feel like you're gonna fucking die. So anyway, moving on. Oh, and so this one, the probiotic lower GI, just so you guys can see, is loaded with good stuff. It's an 18 strain probiotic blend. It's got all of these different strains of probiotics in there for gut health and hopefully to get rid of some of the parasites that we have going on in our gut. Did you know that everybody has parasites? Like, even healthy people? It's kind of interesting to know. Where do they come from? Your food, water. The world is a toxic environment, y'all. This one, GI Detox Plus, has a bunch of really good stuff in it. Activated charcoal, zeolite clay, aloe vera, silica, apple pectin. Really good stuff. I take this in the middle of the night when I wake up to go potty. I take it about between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I also take one during the day to boost detoxification as well. If I'm really, really sick, usually I'll know, like if I wake up and I'm having massive GI herxes or not able to keep any food down, I'll usually start the day with this, and then an hour later I'll start with this, and then I'll do this, and then see where my stomach is at. It's so weird because a lot of times when you hear Lyme, and especially neuro Lyme, you think a lot of it is in your brain. Well, your brain and your gut are connected, and so if your brain is off whack and your gut is off whack, they're kind of like linked together. And you'll notice, like, through treating neuro Lyme, you'll get all kinds of gut issues that might manifest too. So and then we have some tinctures. So these are part of my everyday that I use for the neuro part of Lyme. These two right now I'm not using, but I hope to be using them again soon. This one, my doctor said it was causing too much of a die-off in my liver. This one, Cyta Plus, really great medicine, you guys. Be very careful if you decide to use this one. It causes a lot of emotional herxing. It gets into the blood-brain barrier. For me, it made me feel like I was going crazy, so I had to stop taking it. You also cannot mix this one and this one, Cystis and Canis. So we keep these to the side. Eventually, we'll be able to start taking them again. So then we have these. These I do take every single day without fail. I pour them into a shot glass and they taste really terrible. So we have the Cystis Canis. This is something that Dr. Klinghardt commonly uses on his protocol, and that's one of the main reasons why my doctor prescribed it, because it worked so well for his patients. And it's one of those that crosses into the blood-brain barrier. It goes after several different forms of Lyme. So it can, we all know that Lyme bacteria is pleomorphic. It can shapeshift, and it goes after several different forms of the Lyme. I can't remember off the top of my head what they are, but I know that they do. My doctor was telling me about it the other day. Then we have Lomation. Lomation is a good one for viral issues, EBV, CMV, HHV, whatever. It's also really good for cold and flu, so which is running really rampant right now. The word to the wise on this one, it can give you hives the first few times that you use it. So please do your research and talk to your doctor before you even consider trying to use that. This one, Bayberry, is relatively new for me, also recommended by my doctor. From my understanding is that it helps with the parasites and it also helps with gut inflammation. I'm still trying to learn more about this one, but so far I'm managing it in my protocol. This one is Sarsaparilla, also antimicrobial, antifungal. Works really good with the Burbapanella to calm down the herx reactions. And it's also like a syrupy sweet, which helps kill some of that yucky flavor from the other tinctures. Also, you guys, Hawaii Farm is amazing. They are alcohol-free tinctures. So if you're on disulfiram or some kind of protocol that doesn't allow you to have alcohol, those are alcohol-free. The last one, Burbapanella. We love Burbapanella in the Lyme community. We know that it is great to slow down Herx reactions, or rather speed them up to get them out of your system faster. Also helps with nerve issues and brain inflammation. So yay, Burbapanella.